Welcome everyone to another episode of TidBit Tuesday. I'm DoubleBit, your host, if you will. Welcome to the channel. Thank you again for joining in. This is the second episode that I have so far in this TidBit segment, you could say. And we're going to cover the next installment, which in our last installment I made this little shaving station, but I wanted to elaborate and build a Mark II, if you will. Now, TidBit Tuesday isn't going to be a shaving stand build video segment that I do every week. So this was the first version, and this is what I ultimately wanted for myself in a shaving stand. And this is my personal one. But there is a second version that I was looking at that I was very highly contemplative of. And that's what I'm going to build now. So we're going to go through. This is going to be Mark II, if you will. And hopefully you enjoy. So thank you very much. And enjoy the show. Alright, so original idea is a pretty good one. It's a nice little area here. But the next one that I'm looking at building, let's set that off to the side, utilizing people who might not have straight edge, but will still want to have the ability to have a bowl and to have their brush as well as just the razor itself. That's the more simplistic one, is what I was looking at originally. So I'm going to use this as a reference, more or less, just for thickness and whatnot, because this is all the same thickness, it's just the width. This one is a bit skinnier, this one's a bit wider, which is what I was wanting, because the bowl is going to sit on here. So I'm just going to nip off the end here eventually. So what I want to do is act as though it's not there for all my dimensioning. So we're going to cut that off. I'm going to place the bowl on here pretty close, because we're going to want this to be more of a smaller condensed version. We'll have our board here approximately. There we are. So the bowl is pretty much going to sit probably there. That'll work pretty good. And then the brush will overhang into the bowl. And there's just going to be a straight L, and there's not going to be much past that. And this is just going to hold on the pressure of this guy getting slid in and out. Nothing too major, but what I want to do is add in a slightly angled piece. Probably right about there. Look. So I'll make another dimension here. There we go. So we're going to have an angled piece, flat piece, and then another flat piece. So it should be pretty straightforward, easy. Uses only one board's worth, essentially. So if you have a scrapper remnant or a tidbit, you should be able to make this project pretty relatively easy. And you could probably even make a compact version out of this. I don't know, we'll play around with that idea as well. So the total dimension that I'm going with off of this piece, let me burn an inch here, is we're just over 8 inches. So, or just under 8 inches rather, for this piece here. And then I'll get my dimensions off of the rest of the material. So it looks like we'll approximately only need, ultimately, 21, 22 inch board. So just a small cut-off piece. And yeah, stick around. there's another successful TidBit Tuesday. So, again, like I said, it is another shaving stand, I know, but this was the other idea that I had in my head, and, you know, sometimes you just can't always express it through paper and ideas, so you gotta get it down in real life. So this is the Mark II, you could say. It's the more simplistic version. If you do not have a straight edge, and you just have a basic razor, a little soap / rinse, little bowl, and the soap, a little brush. It's a little dusty. Imagine that at a wood shop and there's some dust in there. Never. Anyway, here it is. Bring it up a little closer so you can see in all of its wondrous glory. It's a bit dark because of the Jacobian. I think it's Jacobian if I remember right. Yes, Jacobian. Anyway, so it's a nice dark stain with the razor on one side, little bowl, and the brush side then nice and neat. So hopefully you enjoyed this build. It was fun to get the idea from my head out into real life. And hopefully you enjoyed that build. If you did, please like and subscribe. Be sure and hit that notification bell if you want to get notifications every time that I upload to the channel. And thank you very much for your patronage. Thank you for watching. If you've been here from the get-go, thank you very much for being a hardcore watcher or viewer. Tell your friends, tell your family, let them know if this is something you enjoy, and share the love a bit. So thank you very much. Have a good evening, and thank you for watching.